And here we are in the 22nd episode of the ABCs of TPBs. This is Ninja Dave, and I'm joined here by the magnanimous Seed.
Indeed you are.
We're here in the W's. We're almost done with this A to Z joint, and then possibly numbers. So here today we're reviewing two books, of course. If you've never listened to the show before, we're going alphabetical order. We're grabbing a trade paperback each, reading it, and then discussing it here, rating it, if you were. So we're gonna get into it today. We're reviewing We Are Robin and We Stand on Guard. We Are Robin's a DC joint. We got We Stand on Guard, which is Image. So let's just kind of get into it. Unless you have some news you want to impart before we jump in.
Patreon. Make sure you donate. We're 11 donors away from unlocking the big 50 donors. We start on the Paprika documentary, or the Popumentary, as we call it. The Popumentary.
It was at 38, so now we're 11 away, so we squeaked in that extra one.
We're at 39 now.
Oh man!
So yeah. Hopefully we can corral 11 more people to get the www.patreon.com/Paprika podcast.
It's happening.
And link in the show notes. And hopefully we can do this, man. We're gonna shoot our own documentary.
I believe it.
Yeah.
You got the chops. You got the acting chops.
Well,
you don't have a face just for radio.
Oh, there's no need to act in a documentary. It's all natural.
It's all natural?
Yeah. Someone was like, you need to cast me in your documentary. And I'm like, I don't think you know what documentaries are.
So this is gonna be the found footage.
I've got an idea for a podcast. Bum, bum, bum.
Bum, bum, bum. All right, fair enough. Yeah, get out there, guys.
Find a tier that's right for you.
Yeah, find a tier that's right for you. Just throw money at it.
That's the $2 tier. We'll take it.
That's the way we solve all our problems here in America.
Throw money at it.
Throw money at it.
Yep.
All right. Fair enough. All right, we're going to jump right in. The book that I suggested for this read is We Are Robin. This is volume 1. We've got, let's see, let me just go right to the title page here. Written by Lee Bermejo. Art by Jorge Corona, Rob Haynes, Carrie Randolph, James Harvey, Carmine D. I'm going to go for this here. Gian Domeccio.
Sounds good to me.
No. Gian Domenico.
That sounds good to me.
Sounds good? All right. So we have a lot of people, because on this one volume that contains quite a few issues, we have a lot of people that were doing the art, and you can see the artistic style and transition as the issues go on.
Definitely.
Some background for this book. This is the New 52 era, and Batman has in this stage of the series, he's gone missing.
Yep.
There's a void that's there.
This is somewhere between like volume. This is after volume 7, which is Endgame, with his big battle with the Joker, because I think he goes missing after that.
Okay, so you've been pretty.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, you were pretty up to speed on the New 52 stuff.
I'm pretty to see the Scott Snyder Batman run.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he loses his memory. That's what it is. Yeah. So he's just Bruce Wayne in and out, but there's no Batman.
Right. So with this series, since there's a void there, Robin proper is not on the scene either.
Yeah, that's my issue with this. Because obviously you have Batman, you have Detective Comics. I think Detective Comics is where they showed all the other members of the Bat family doing things. So like your Red Hood,
they were thick.
Your Nightwing, your Batgirl, Oracle. There's thick Batwoman.
Yeah.
And Damian Wayne, who is the current Robin.
Right.
So I don't know where the hell Damian Wayne is during this. Like where is Damian Wayne that he's not Robin enough for this to happen? That's what I couldn't figure out. I haven't read Detective Comics.
Well, yeah, okay, well, fair enough. But in the theme of this book, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You don't have to answer those things. This is just what's happening.
It's just what's
going
happening.
on. You got to deal with it.
I feel like Damian Wayne would show up like, "Who the hell are you people?
Yeah.
And why are you trying to take my job?"
Well, see, that's the thing. Yeah, again, with this title of being We Are Robin, it's not just one Robin.
Yes.
It's a really interesting concept, and that's what made me gravitate towards it. Was that it's not just one Robin. It's a bunch of Robins, and they're all handling their business through social media, through texting, through just like using the technology to be where they're most needed in the city.
Right.
And they're being directed by a mysterious figure from the shadows, who we find out later. Did you?
Alfred.
Yes. Yeah.
Was I not supposed to reveal that this early?
I didn't know if you wanted to do spoilers. I didn't know. I mean,
Oh.
I guess there are some spoilers to be expected.
Well, it's far too late now.
Well, that's fine. It's okay. I'll spoil you on something later.
Yeah. So that I think it is in game, that volume where Joker takes Alfred's hand off, because you see he doesn't have his hand there.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. So that's what got me into to reading this series. I will go ahead and say that I had not picked up volume 2 of this.
Now, is it because you no-go'd yourself?
We'll get into that.
Okay, we'll get into that.
Since I read this, I brought this to the table.
Yes. This
Why
is true.
would I bring something that I didn't like to the table?
There's a third time for everything.
The third. Dave's motives are questionable at best, mysterious at worst.
That's worse.
At worst. But no, tell me what you thought about this book. First off, did you finish it?
I did. Did I like it? I did not.
All right.
This it didn't quite grab me. And I mean, you got the basic overall gist.
Mm-hmm.
Group of youngsters
Mm-hmm.
of various backgrounds kind of are being, I won't say led, massaged by the quote unquote mysterious figure into being places and helping and do things.
Well, I think we've had enough stuff in current media where youngsters are being massaged by older white men.
Left and right.
Let's put a stop to it. But
manipulated maybe is a better word.
But guided.
The guided.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they reveal Alfred's motivation and why he's doing this.
Well, I don't. Yeah, they didn't get to that in there.
Revealed in a subsequent story.
I surmise it was just because there was that void, and he felt that it needed to be carried on.
Mm-hmm.
That he's at least doing placeholders to try to until Batman comes back.
So have you read the Scott Snyder Batman run?
I have not.
So this is our current Batman right there.
That's the one. So that's what's the Commissioner Gordon?
That's Gordon inside the armor suit there. I found it.
I read snippets here and there. Like I picked up an issue here or there, and I was like, oh, this is weird. I'm gonna put it back.
Man, for the longest, I was from the mountaintops.
Yeah.
I was saying the Scott Snyder's Batman run will not be beat.
Yeah,
yeah, because it is
the longest time. But then did something stop that, or
that fucking Tom King Batman run has been amazing. Like I'm not like one day I wake up and be like, nah, Scott Snyder's got him, and then one day I wake up and I'll be like, Tom King's got him.
All right,
they
need to go back and read both of their runs on this.
Yeah, I mean, Snyder gave you the Court of Owls. I mean, that's a volume 1 right there. Is Court of Owls.
Court of Owls,
and then City of Owls.
That special issue where the page is inverted. You have to turn the comic. I have that. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah,
his whole run is awesome, sir.
I didn't know that Snyder did all that, huh?
Scott Snyder did the whole run. Scott Manboy Snyder. Oh, we're not talking about Batman. The Robin. Yeah, I just wasn't engaged. I wasn't intrigued on it too much. Mm-hmm. We have the quote unquote new guy, which is our kind of the reader's way in. He guides us into this world.
Yeah, but
he's
also,
our totem.
He ends up being essentially
the Robin.
It's almost like this was a tryout for Robin.
This is Duke, right?
Yeah,
Duke, who we first see in Scott Snyder's Batman run. Mm-hmm. He saves him during Endgame. Everything happens in Endgame. He saves him in Endgame, and then he goes and does the We Are Robin, and then he got his own series for a little bit, and he became the Signal. He was supposed to be, as Batman works at night, intimidating.
He was doing it in the daytime.
He was in the daytime.
Was that part of what's his name? Young Animal, the Young Animal imprint by
Signal? No, that was a Rebirth run.
Rebirth. Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's Rebirth because I haven't seen anything about it in quite some time, so I'm not sure if it was a limited series or there just wasn't enough interest and it got canceled. But
probably the latter.
Yeah. So Duke has the main character of We Are Robin has a little couple years of history.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been building him up for a while.
He shows up once or twice in the Tom King, early on in the Tom King Batman run, a little bit, before they spun him out into the Signal. Yeah. What do you think about some of the other Robins here? Did you have any favorites, or is Duke your main dude?
Duke is my main guy. The other Robins, some of them I was warming up to. Some of them were just kind of very tropey, but some of them I was warming up to. I will tell you the reason I didn't continue with this series, even though I love the idea of it. Just kind of a crowdsourced vigilantism.
Yeah. Go-getters.
The art was jarring, issue to issue, because they kept switching people up. I'm like, if you're
There's
doing
not
a
a lot of
series,
consistency.
yeah, if you're doing an arc, have the same people work on an arc, and then if you want to be like, hey, we'll let these guys go and bring on a new team for the next arc, sure. It's a different flavor, different taste, different feel.
Yeah.
That's cool, different creative team. But you're switching up every issue. It was very difficult to maintain
that visual continuity.
Yeah. Visual continuity, that's a very good term.
Yeah,
You've been in this business for quite a while.
I have been.
So, yeah, that was one thing that was a bit off-putting. The next, I kind of wanted to see it more as since it's We Are Robin, and Robin was originally based on Robin Hood, this band of outlaws. I really wanted to see Duke rise up and be the leader of this team instead of just this mysterious voice or that type of thing. Even though I found out later it was Alfred.
Yeah,
I still wanted him to. I wanted to be different from what they presented. It was still. When they revealed that it was Alfred, and I think we saw that coming a couple issues in.
I mean, there's a panel that focuses specifically on the hand with the hook, and I was like, oh, so
Yeah.
Alfred right here.
Yeah.
Oh, so Alfred's behind all this, because, I read the Snyder run.
Yeah. So it was... that reveal made me think, oh, I wish they had gone this other way, because it felt like it was too safe. If you're presenting this team that's doing things in the city that no one else knows about, but it has a direct link back to Batman, I'm like, well, that's less interesting.
I think it was supposed to be a bit of a surprise in the way that Alfred has consistently, for decades now, bemoaned Bruce being Batman,
right.
Whereas now he's actively supporting the kids take a similar role. So it's supposed to be like, oh, I didn't see that coming.
I didn't quite buy it.
Yeah, I didn't buy it
because they've like you said, they spent all this time making Alfred out to be the anytime you want to stop this madness, I'll support you.
Yeah,
come on, you're getting fucked up a lot.
Yeah, you're not getting any younger there, Bruce.
You should get married, man.
Settle down and get married.
So, I didn't quite buy it. The jarring artwork, the artwork was good for the most part, but it was difficult to connect with the characters because of those different representations. It was a shock just seeing how they communicated. You get all this kid speak and this texting language and lingo and that kind of stuff. So you have to kind of contend with that, which that could have been its own. It was set up to almost be its own character. Just the way that they communicated was a player in this group dynamic, and I thought that was represented pretty well. But again, the way they finally executed it just at the end of it, I was like, oh, that was neat. I don't need to read anymore.
Yeah,
I'm going to cosplay as Duke at some point. I think I got it.
I just the around about issue 2 or 3, I was like, I don't think I'm going to be a fan of this.
Yeah, and
I just kind of power through the rest of it.
Well, like I say, I brought it up because it was a cool concept. I enjoyed the adventure of reading this portion of it, but ultimately I was a no-go on anything else.
Yeah, I was a no-go as well.
Double no-go.
Yeah. My advice for anybody who reads this or wants to read this is just to read the Scott Snyder Batman run.
He's like, put this down and then go get something good.
Go read the Scott Snyder Batman run and you'll be happier for it, I think, if you haven't already. If you have, put this down and go reread the Scott Snyder Batman run. Yeah.
Can't go wrong with it.
I kind of want to just go reread the Scott Snyder Batman run.
you just want to do that anyway.
Yeah. Tom King run's been great, but it started to peter out a little bit, I think, to me. He lost his main artist.
Really?
Yeah, Clay Mann was doing the art for it first, and I was like, this art is ridiculous.
Okay.
Clay Mann or Mitch Gerard? I think it was Clay Mann.
Okay. Because Mitch Gerard was the guy he got for Vision and some of the other.
He's also doing Heroes in Crisis right now with Tom King. Yeah. And then, I mean, the stories are still good. Everyone's all pissed off about the Catwoman thing. I don't see how nobody saw that coming. Those two are never going to get married. But yeah, the story's still good. He did an incredible 12 Angry Men 2 issues, which is a wonderful movie. Great movie.
I know it's one of your favorites.
Yeah. But yeah, just go read some Batman runs. The end.
Fair enough.
You got anything else for We Are Robin, sir?
That's it, man. And like I said,
It made me more comfortable in my love of Marvel comics.
as long as it accomplished something.
Sometimes,
something, sometimes you gotta have, when you're reading something, you gotta have a palate cleanser. Sometimes you just gotta try things that are different.
It's the whole point of this show, sir.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like you're dealing with Ninja Dave, so it's like, hey, I'm walking on this nice smooth surface. Where are all these caltrops I'm stepping on? That would be We Are Robin in
this analogy.
Yes.
All right then. Well, didn't see that coming.
Yeah. That neither did they.
Fair enough.
All right. So when we come back from the break, we're gonna jump into
We Stand on Guard.
I don't like hiding in goddamn closets.
Well, you're not supposed to be in the country, Chapel.
Isn't that the guy who married Al Simmons' wife?
As I was saying, we have to carefully position ourselves so that...
You know, he should thank me for freeing up a nice piece of ass like Wanda.
Let's focus. The guns, that's what this is about. Nothing else.
Not worried about the Boy Scout?
Terry's being monitored, just like everyone else.
Someone's got your weapons.
There's a leak somewhere. I need it plugged.
Just let me know when and where.
I want this mission executed with precision and finesse.
We're back! Ladies and gentlemen, we are back right here on the ABCs of TPBs. This is the back half of the episode. We're still talking about the W's here. My choice for the day is We Stand on Guard. Image Comics joint, as I tend to do. Written by Brian K. Vaughan, considered to be one of the better writers currently working. Art by Steve Scroce. Matt Hollingsworth doing the inking, I do believe, and phonographics doing the colors. Let me double check that. No, I'm sorry. Matt Hollingsworth is the colors. Phonographics is the lettering and the design. Yeah, and it's an Image Comics joint. So basically, it's pretty much in the future. U.S. and Canada are at war for resources. It focuses on a small little troop of, because the U.S. is the bad guys.
Right. Well,
imagine that.
Is it really a war for resources, or it's a war that they're continuing because of resources, but they didn't start because of that?
Good point. Yeah. Very good point. And it focuses on a little small Canadian troop of French-Canadian troop of rebels trying to hold out against the big bad evil United States of America. The scrappy underdogs, if you will. What did you think about this book, sir?
I enjoyed it. When I first started, I mean, because I love a lot of Brian K. Vaughan stuff. So yeah. You can't just say Brian Vaughan. You have to say Brian K. Vaughan.
There's certain people that just have that name. You have to say the full name. Yeah, no one just says, yes, I'm doing a scene with Sam today. Or Mr. Jackson. No, you're doing a scene with Samuel L. Jackson.
L. Jackson. Yeah. Esquire.
So
when I started this book out, I mean, I was expecting great things. I started this book out, I was like, man, these first few pages are wordy as hell.
Yeah.
And it was setting the scene, but then I turned to this page and I was like, oh, all right.
Well, there ain't no words there.
There are no words, and I mean, it's just really cool. How did it make you feel seeing that on the side of the rockets there?
Well, I'm no longer affiliated with that organization, sir. So
you just quit cold turkey.
I quit the USAF cold turkey.
All right, fair enough. Well, yeah, I mean the artwork it started out pretty simple, but I think it served a point for it. Jumping forward through this thing, it just the way this story goes, it just keeps ramping things up.
Yes, it does.
To the point of stark ridiculousness. and I was completely fine for that. I was on board for it. I was like, I'm like, all right, giant fucking robot, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Do it. I mean,
next, okay, so
yeah, I mean, I could get it, and it grabbed a hold of you and kept going. My favorite scene, I won't say it's my favorite as far as like, hey, I love this scene. It was just the way the emotional pull that this scene had was the interrogation scene.
Man, look, that threw me for an entire loop.
I was like,
a whole loop.
I was like, when I saw that the option, I'm forgetting where it was here in the book.
It's towards the back half.
Towards the back, right.
Yeah.
So like when I saw that happen, I was like, yeah, I would have made the same decision. I can't even mad at her.
No.
So yeah, it's just the way, and my favorite character in this one was I forget her name.
Oh, it was the interrogator.
Yeah.
That was your favorite character, huh?
She was my favorite character.
Well, why? What about her made her your favorite character?
She was
no fucks.
Yeah, she was part Amanda Waller. She was part.
Yeah, I can see that.
What's the? And the thing is, she had a spirit too. She had a soul. But she was set to get her, to do her job,
accomplish her task.
Yeah,
she didn't revel in her bad deeds.
Right. She just like, this is what we need to do to get there.
Job. Yeah.
Yeah. And she, even outside of that, she's a hard ass. The other characters, I mean, yeah, the main character, you get her, you get her motivation, and I get that, and the rowdy team that she was with. I mean, they did a decent amount of character building for them too, but this really was just hey, we're gonna throw all this shit at. This is almost like a G.I. Joe cartoon fever dream kind of thing. They just keep raising the stakes.
They do.
I'm like, there's no even I saw the ending. I just knew it was. I was like, there's only one way that this can really end.
Yeah.
And I was like, yep, that's
how it ends.
That's how it ends.
And were you satisfied with this ending?
I was satisfied. I was satisfied, and yeah, I would say this is something I need to pick up and own. I think
I do believe so. It's one of the joints. There's a number of Image joints that I double own because I was getting it digitally issue to issue. But the moment that trade dropped, I was like, this is something that has to go on the bookshelf. I had to wait a solid, a year and some change because it came out on hardcover first, and I don't really fuck with hardcovers like that. Right. And then I had to wait another while before they came out in the floppies, and I was there on day one for that.
I am pretty sure that Alicia Gomez would find, if she hasn't already read this, she would enjoy this.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and say it's something that she has read.
You think so?
Seems like it's something in the Gomez wheelhouse.
Yeah. I mean, it does seem like something that she would.
Yeah. And if not, I think it's something she'd enjoy.
Yeah. Fair enough. Alicia Gomez. We're speaking directly to you now.
Speaking directly to you. Every other listener, just turn the volume down like 2-3 notches.
Just turn the lights down low. No, Alicia, we want to know. I know you've been recommending books for us to read, and then we're going to tackle that for season 2. All those entries are spread out across multiple posts. If you could be so kind as to consolidate all of those books. We want to read all of them, and so we're going to. We just need to have them all in one place. So if you could just message me or Seed and say, hey, here are all the books that I recommended for you guys. And that would save us the arduous task of going back through 21 posts sprinkled in needle in a haystack style in the greatest pop culture fan group on the face of the earth.
You're damn right.
So yes, if you could do that, that would be much obliged, much appreciated. We thank you. You're a number one fan, and don't forget it.
Back to everybody else.
Everyone else. Read this book.
Read this book.
It's a double go. I don't even have to ask you if you enjoyed it because you recommended it, and you're not crazy like me.
This is true. What did you think about some of the future technology in here? Was it too weird for you? Was it just right?
No.
Did it fit in the world?
Nothing. There's not much that I encounter that's too weird for me at this point. But as far as realistic and believable, most of the tech that they used was pretty out there.
Yeah, I mean, it's mechs, lasers. That's fairly.
That's, I mean, they're working on a lot of that stuff now, but they like last year they just got it to where they could make robots that could walk around without falling, without the main fear being that it fell over. What the hell do we do now? Now it's like, all right, they have some stabilizers. They can do a lot of stuff themselves.
Right.
We're I'd say we're a couple decades away from like the most basic of some of the technology on some of this.
As long as we don't get to this torture technology.
Well,
Jesus Lord.
I mean, VR has grown in great leaps and bounds.
That's true.
It's not just Game Boy, not the Virtual Boy.
Not the Virtual Boy. Oh, thank God. Thank God. The Canadians are tagging us for our Virtual Boy technology.
We have much stronger exports. I would hope.
Yeah.
But no, it's a great read.
Great read. Yeah.
I'm glad you recommended it.
Glad you enjoyed.
Yeah, man. I was all in.
All in. You got anything else, sir? What?
For this issue, man. No, I think
that's it.
That's it for me.
Man, ABC is a quick 30-minute joint for you. We get you in, we get you out.
Hey, sometimes it bees like that.
Sometimes it bees how it bees.
It bees how it bees. Some people don't. Some people may not think that's how it be, but it do.
It is indeed. It do how it be. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
We'll be back with the whys. Do you know off the top of your head what your why is going to be?
It's probably not Why the Last Man.
Oh, good, because that's my why.
Yeah, exactly. So, let me see here. What did I have from
Not unless you want to pull a Quantum and Woody and double up on it.
Quantum and Woody?
We did Volume 1, Volume 2?
Yeah. But that's what I mean. Yeah. No, it might be a surprise. I might just look.
Surprise. Well, let me know so I can read the surprise.
Maybe.
Okay, I'll just sit down and record. Like, what do you think about this book, Well?
20 minutes right before I was like, all right, speed read, do it.
And it's just going to be Why the Last Man. I could have read this 3 days ago.
Right.
All right then, man. I
So
think
you'll get the first volume of it, and I'll get the last volume. We'll just fill in the gaps.
So I assume these guys are dead now.
Right.
All right then, cool. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
It's like, this was up, Dad.
That'd be a weird way to do a podcast.
No, we're actually not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to you. I'll find a why for you, and I'll get it to you.
It sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Before you leave today, I'll have a why for you.
All right then. I think that is it for the W episode of the ABCs of TPBs. We'll be back with you shortly for those whys. Until then, me and Dave will stand on guard.
Indeed. So you're doing. Tell people who's doing the X.
You couldn't just leave it right there.
I couldn't.
Oh, WXYZ.
WXYZ.
I don't know letters, sir.
I thought you were getting that extra episode in with
Oh, I don't know what my X is. Let me. I might be able to whip this up real quick. Yeah.
You heard it here first, folks. C does not know his alphabet.
I do not know my alphabet. Let me see if I have anything for the X's. I have Exo Manowar.
WYZ.
Yeah.
That's the official Exo Manowar.
Yeah, we're going back to the world of Valiant. Not since Quantum and Woody, and I think Rye. Those have been our only Valiants so far.
Sure.
So you
were hard pressed just because it's an X. Valiant has you covered.
Yeah, Valiant. It felt like X-Men. It's the safe bet, and I just didn't want to immediately go X-Men. If you wanted to, I mean, I guess there is a series just called X-Men, but everything else is like all new X-Men. So that'll go with the A's, or Uncanny, or Astonishing. Yeah. But yeah, I guess there is a series. That takes us back to the 90s, if I remember correctly. But anyways, yeah, I'm going with Exo Manowar. What are you going with your X?
I think I originally chose Zen, the Monkey King, because that was one of the few X's that I had. But I think
you
I
got some
might
90s X-Men laying around.
Do I ever? Executioner Song.
That starts with an E, sir. No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
X-Cutioner Song. Oh, I never read that event.
You never read it.
I never read it.
You are in for a treat. It's the best that 90s had to offer.
I don't know about that, sir.
Well,
that's a different conversation.
Hey, you're gonna figure it out.
I guess I'll figure it out, man.
I will say, it comprises 12 issues.
All right.
It's
That's
12 issue
fine.
series. Yeah,
fine.
that's a good way to, we do it.
All right, cool. Executioner Song
Executioner Song.
and Exo Manowar will be coming at you.
So wait. Which Exo Manowar? Is this new Valiant?
Yeah, since the new
Classic
updated Valiant.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I think this is about, 4 or 5 years old then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're ready, folks. We did M's for Metabear, and did you ever go back to read more Metabear?
No.
You're fucking up, man.
I read the first 4 or 5.
4 or 5. All right.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Let's
Keep
do
going.
it. There's a lot of good stuff to be there. I don't know if you've done any more than CI, Transformers.
No.
Yeah, you gotta
Marvel just had they had 2 back-to-back dumb huge sales on Comixology, and I just made out like a damn bandit on those 2 sales. I probably got about $500 worth of stuff for about $160, $170.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
I took the humble bundle route, and I got $600 worth of almost $700 worth of IDW Transformers comics.
Woo!
$15.
That's a very humble bundle.
It is very humble.
We're out here.
I went to the maximum of my minimum amount. Scooped it. It was good. No regrets.
All right then. Have you gotten into it yet?
No, that's actually that's going to be one of my projects this year. Is digging into it because it has a very rich history, especially with how the series started.
Okay.
So I mean, it's that universe is playing start to finish essentially over 3 different books.
All right.
And it was like these were long running continuities. So
yeah, I did the same thing with that the second big sale that Marvel did, because whenever they drop a new movie, they kind of do a pretty big sale about that character. But when they drop an Avengers movie, they go nuts with the sales. And I grabbed
because everyone's involved in that.
Yeah, I grabbed 6 or 8 years of Bendis writing the Avengers. I grabbed all of that. So that is my big read. I'm making my way through from Avengers Disassembled, which was his first, and then I'm slowly making my way through. I've made it up to Civil War now.
Okay. Well, I guess we'll end the episode about this. What's something that you're reading right now that you're enjoying?
It's just the Bendis run. I'm making my way. I'm not reading, besides ABCs of TPBs, there's nothing current out on shelves I'm reading. Mm-hmm. So I'm just making my way through. Saga's not back. I'm just making my way through the Bendis run. And after that, the first big sale, I grabbed Hickman's Fantastic Four / Future Foundation run. So I'm gonna make my way through that, and I picked up.
You're gonna pick up that Ultimate Fantastic Four?
No. And I also picked up
the
the Fraction Sal Roca omnibus of Iron Man, because Fraction did like 12 volumes of Iron Man, and this omnibus is like the first 4 or 6 volumes.
Okay. So you are reading things. That's good.
Yeah, I'm going as far as Marvel's concerned. I'm going back rather than seeing what's out now.
Well, I mean, that probably benefits you the most, especially if you are a Marvel Unlimited user.
Yeah.
They give all the classic access, access to all the classic stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily, a lot of people that I know that are using that series, that service, are doing it just so they can go back and read all the classic stuff and then kind of get caught up to present.
Yeah, pretty much. That's what I got.
It's a lot of shit to go through.
It's a lot of shit to go through, man.
Yeah. It ain't all good, but most of it is.
There you go. Boom.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
That's it, man.
All right, then.
I'm drained. I just...
we got it all out of us. All right, then.
I'm just gearing up for Executioner Song now, man.
Yeah, it's one of those joints I was just like, It's 90s, correct? Yeah.
It's very 90s.
Yeah, I remember reading...
Thoroughly 90s.
Is it before or after Age of Apocalypse? Because that is the most 90s.
Before Age of Apocalypse. Way before.
And Onslaught was late 90s.
Yeah.
Okay, then. Yeah, because I remember Wizard Magazine back in that time frame, which if I won the lotto, my primary goal would be to restart Wizard Magazine.
Yeah. It was fun.
Fuck, I love the magazine. I would actually pay if somebody had like a bundle of old Wizards, and I would pay to take those off somebody's hands.
Really?
Oh,
How much would you pay? Because I have a bundle of old Wizards.
I mean, it would depend on how much they had. I found like
I got a bunch of Toy Fair magazines too.
There was never a Toy Fair.
Remember the Toy Theater?
I got like 4 or 5 old wizards that I found in my stuff, and I was flipping through them a couple months back, and I was just fucking loving it, dude.
Yeah, they had a lot of just tons of comedy, man. It was great writing.
Yeah, it was great writing. It was funny. It was informative, man. Just like the little weird jokes. They had a new casting call each issue of, and some of them shits came true, man.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure they casted a Halle Berry Storm before we got the Halle Berry Storm.
That magazine wouldn't survive in today's climate because everything's online.
Everything's
man.
online.
You'd have to
yeah.
make a digital wizard.
Digital wizard? Yeah, I mean, I'd probably do that.
Do that?
Yeah, I would do a
if you
digital.
had a couple millions lying around, you would
couple millions. I would do a digital wizard with a limited physical run.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boom.
Good.
Fuck world hunger. I'm Kieran. I'm going back to being Wizard Magazine.
I'm eating just fine.
Those kids can keep warm with issues of
With
Wizard,
issues of Wizard, yeah.
draped over them at night.
I honestly hear that they have a great source of fiber, nutrition.
Yes. It's jam packed with the good fat.
Yeah, the foil embossed covers. Too.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I remember reading about Executioner's Song was the Old Wizards.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm interested to see what you think about this Executioner Song. Don't let my abject love for the series influence your enjoyment.
You never do, sir.
Excellent.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and snag that up soon, man, and see what it's talking about.
Good. I think it's on Comixology for $20.
Oh, okay.
For the whole thing.
So
But if there's some special Marvel sale going on, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of Marvel stuff going on.
I'll check it out, man. I'll check it out. Get paid 2 days. So I'll
right.
go ahead and scoop that bad boy up. If I had known what letters were, I would have brought your Exo
We'll
Memo.
get to the wild. That's all right.
Yeah.
I'll just pick up. I'll just buy it myself as well. Because I mean, I've made the man. This is 35 minutes now. I've made the switch to all digital. So then, thanks to you.
Hey, that's
and
what
these
I'm here for,
shenanigans.
man. Yeah, you can carry your whole library with you.
In my lack of storage space for my comics.
Yeah, you got a couple long boxes there, sir.
A couple.
You can't get too cluttered.
7. So anyway.
All right, then, you guys. Thanks for listening
This
to us ramble on.
This is the real ending. Till next time. We still haven't figured out an ending.